Tired and glad to be done with my night shift, I embark on my long drive home. One of the things I like to do on that long and lonely drive is talk to my friend with my new Bluetooth hands-free feature, which my last car didn't have. As I cruise down the interstate as one of the only cars in sight this late at night, we begin to get into one of our incredibly deep and methodical talks. Tonight we delve back into spirits and the afterlife. We end up talking about what can keep a spirit trapped in a certain place instead of passing on to the afterlife. My friend brings up to me that if you die so quickly and suddenly, to the point where you don't even realize you've died, your spirit will continue to live in that last moment of life over and over and over, almost in an endless loop. It'll be stuck in that time and place forever, and so you'll continue reliving it, since you don't understand that you're dead, and so you won't pass into the afterlife. My friend decides to do a little online gaming before bed, and hops off the call a little early. That leaves me to think as I drive how horrible that would be to be stuck in the moment you die, living it over and over again. Just as I start to get deep into thought, a bright, amber-colored light catches my eye from up ahead on the road. It's the overhead information sign on the interstate. I'm always happy to see it, as I know less than 5 miles down the road is my exit. My house is just a few-minute drive from there. I look up and read the sign, as I always do. Pittsburgh, 14 miles, 15 minutes. Yep. Never much traffic this time of night. As I look down from the sign, something makes my heart stop in its tracks. It's a deer, right in my lane. I swerve to the right to avoid it. I feel my car lose control and swerve up on the embankment. Reflex causes me to close my eyes as I go up the overgrown hill. I hear brush and weeds breaking and hitting my car. I'm trying to maintain control and brake. I hear what sounds like a decent-sized tree break across the front of my car, and suddenly, I open my eyes as I feel my car coming back onto the road. I don't know how I managed that. I thought I was going to have a tree in my engine. I fully expected I was going to have my car towed out of there, but somehow, by some miracle, I made it back onto the road. And surprisingly, my car looked like it didn't really take any damage. I didn't understand. I mean, some of that stuff sounded pretty thick, but hey, I'm not complaining. I didn't hit the deer, and I didn't screw up my car. If I wasn't so late, I'd stop in and buy a lottery ticket on my way home. With my adrenaline still surging, I grab my phone to call my friend to recount the whole adventure. I dial the call, but it's nothing but static. Must just be a bad connection. So I try again, still static. Something must be up with my phone. It's late. I'll try tomorrow. I continue down that long, lonely road and notice more amber lights. That took me by surprise, as after the previous overhead sign, there isn't really anything before my exit. As I get closer, I see it is, indeed, an overhead sign. Same as the last. That's weird, though. Why would they put two up so close to each other? That's just my taxpayer dollars at work, I suppose. Pittsburgh. 14 miles. 15 minutes. I didn't really think they needed two signs that close to tell you the same thing, but what do I know? I keep driving, anxious at the thought of a nice, hot, relaxing shower and laying down in bed. Maybe I'll unwind with a quick movie before I fall asleep. I thought about cooking up a nice meal, but it was a tough day. The convenience of lunch meat in a bag sounds pretty good right about now. Just then, a state police car passed me going the opposite direction, with his lights flashing. Wonder what he could be heading for. I wouldn't think my near miss with the deer would have anything to do with it. No. That had to be something else. I keep driving. What's this? More? Amber lights? Another overhead sign. There's no way that they have 3 signs this close together. How'd they get them up so quick? Pittsburgh. 14 miles. 15 minutes. Something isn't right. I've driven a good bit since that first sign, so how come it still says 14 miles? And I don't see my exit. I should have passed a sign by now saying it was coming up. I only see this long stretch of deserted road. It's been about 12 hours so far since I nearly hit that deer. I no longer feel tired, but I also don't feel awake. I almost feel numb. I haven't seen any more cars, and I haven't come to my exit. The sun should be up by now, and it's still as dark as midnight. I don't know what's going on. My phone doesn't work. I only hear static when I try to make a call. Maybe I should park my car and walk to my house. It's not far, but somehow I can't escape the trance of driving. I must keep driving my car. I can't stop or get out. I wish I knew what was wrong. Why is it still dark? Why can't I make it to my exit? I just want to go home. I don't know. All I know is Pittsburgh. 14 miles. 15 minutes.